to the public. A few days ago, the Nigerian Supreme Council of Islamic Affairs, under the leadership of the Sultan of Sokoto, His Eminence Alhaji Mohammed Saad Abubakar CFR, directed that there should be no congregational prayers and teaching sessions in mosque during this particular Ramadan. By complying with this directive and others, we will be protecting ourselves, we will be protecting our state and the nation at large from the coronavirus. May the Almighty Allah, who had spared our lives to see this Ramadan month, make it possible for all of us that are here this year to also be here next year. And what's our situation update? As at midnight yesterday, April 24th, 2020, Lagos has a total of 670 confirmed cases of COVID-19, an increase of about 278 cases within the last 4 or 5 days. This means that we have seen an increase of about 73% in our numbers and an average of about 70 cases per day. These numbers demonstrate the following. One, that we are firmly in the community transmission phase of this pandemic in Lagos. That our strategy of ramping up testing, especially within the local community, is working, and we can begin to see the effects of that strategy. 3, that this is not a time for us to relax or slow down in the efforts to making our total effort at breaking the chain of transmission of the COVID-19. However, on an uplifting note, yesterday, I'm sure you are aware that we discharged a total of about 10 patients. Today, I'm aware that some other patients too are being certified right now and they'll be discharged later today, meaning that we have discharged about almost 120 cases in Lagos since the outbreak started. We'll expect, as the day goes by, more discharges on a daily basis. And of course, we're seeing discharges too around the country on a case-by-case basis. Dear Lagosians, in keeping the rising curve of the infection at the back of our mind, the only people that should be out and about at this period are those who absolutely have to be out. Everyone else, like we have said, should please stay at home. For those who have to go out, please ensure that you wear a mask and you maintain appropriate physical distancing. Still on the matter of essential movement, I would like to speak concerning funerals. One of the outcomes of the lockdown is that many families and households have had to postpone funeral plans for their loved ones who have passed away before or during this period. As you might all be aware, many Christian denominations do not carry out funerals during the Lenten season. Funerals are typically kept on hold during this period and scheduled for the period immediately following the end of the Lent. Unfortunately, this year, the COVID-19 lockdown coincided with the end of the Lent season, which caused many families and households to further suspend or put off their funeral plans. Because of this inability to hold funerals, occasioned by the restriction on movement, our mortuaries in Lagos State are now getting to the peak, and there's a need for us to have a decongestion. Let me make it clear that these are not COVID-19 deaths in any form. And I'll urge gentlemen of the media to report this accordingly. Mortuaries are getting filled up not because of COVID-19. In Lagos, we have not recorded more than 18 cases to date, so it certainly cannot be because of COVID-19. The only reason the mortuaries are getting filled up is because funerals have not been held in the last 2 months or thereabouts. I'm also now constrained to make this appeal to all Lagosians who have corpses of their loved ones in our mortuaries to please go ahead and schedule these funerals. Let me now make it clear that funerals are on the list of activities exempted from the lockdown restriction. You can hold or attend your funeral ceremony in Lagos State as long as you comply with the requirements that we have laid down. And for emphasis, I will reiterate them again. That we do not have persons at any funeral, including the officiating religious leaders, not exceeding 20. Physical distancing must be maintained at all funeral ceremony. All attendees or mourners must wear a face mask and must ensure that they wash their hands before or after the ceremony. There must not be any form of parties or reception that will accompany these funeral ceremonies. And be rest assured that as long as you keep to these directives and you fully comply with them, funerals will be allowed and they'll be encouraged to take place immediately. If we are unable to see a decongestion of the mortuaries across the state within the next 2 weeks, Lagos State government will now be compelled to seek to have a mass burial. And we don't want to force this on anybody, which is why we're asking for the cooperation of all of us. This is not a time where you need to wait for your brother or your sister or your sibling who is 10,000 kilometers or 6,000 kilometers away from here for them to come back before you can have the funeral. These are very difficult times, and I imagine that families and relatives and siblings will understand that we need to have this and we need to put this behind us. So we're reiterating it again that we'll give a 2 weeks window and we'll expect a lot of people to comply, after which the state government might have to take other directives and take other decisions in that manner. Regarding the face mask, you know that I've touched on these issues a couple of times. But let me now formally also announce that face mask, like I did mention earlier in the week, will now become a compulsory thing that we must wear at any public gathering. We are currently producing millions of these face masks from our various tailoring companies, and it presents a great opportunity for businesses, for all these small, medium-scale businesses to contribute to COVID-19, and it's also a chance for them to make good of their businesses and to earn some money. So once we collect the first batch, which I think will be coming in tomorrow or next, we'll start distributing to our citizens free, but certainly cannot go around everyone. And so that's why I want to appeal to members of the organized private sector to please patronize first these local manufacturers and purchase these masks for distribution to your workers and staff immediately. I will also want to urge everyone to please leave the medical grade N95 mask for the use of medical workers who need this most. All of us who are not medical workers should not be wearing the surgical mask or be wearing the N95 mask, because we do not need to have that level of sophistication to wear a mask. And that's why you've seen even us in Lagos State, we have started complying with such a directive. It's something that we believe that can be produced locally. It's something that we need to encourage our own local economy. And it is really just so that you can protect both yourselves and other citizens. If I am a carrier, for example, I can contain the spread within myself, and I will not be able to transmit it, just to anybody. And so if I can wear it and you also wear it, it will slow down the spread of this virus, and I think it will do all of us a great good. On a final note, dear Lagosians, in exercise of my powers conferred on me by Section 212 of the Constitution of the Federal Republic of Nigeria, as amended, I have this afternoon, following the recommendation of the Advisory Council of Prerogative of Mercy, signed a release order releasing 209 inmates remanded in our various correctional centers in Lagos. This was done in part to decongest the correctional centers in view of the COVID-19 pandemic, and is also part of a larger effort to bring lasting reform to the administration of criminal justice in our country. The beneficiaries of these releases are the following. Some of them are over 60 years old. Some have less than 6 months to go on their sentences. Some have served over 95% of their sentences. Some that are serving for just minor offenses, and some that are found to be physically or mentally challenged are part of the list of the 209 that have signed the order for their release today. So in the spirit of this season, I want to appeal to all of us who are privileged in this period to carry on in this spirit of kindness and mercy, and endeavor to extend a hand of kindness to all those who are less endowed around us, in our compounds, in our estates, in our neighborhood. I think it's also a season of giving, it's a season of compassion. I know that many people are already doing this, and I want to encourage even more for people to do so, to share meals and to share love and kindness. To be privileged in this situation does not necessarily mean that you are rich or that you have more that you need. It simply means that you are able to share out of what you have, and you want to just bless others. So in this spirit of Ramadan season, I want to encourage all of us that in the spirit of the sacrifice that will extend sharing and will extend giving to our fellow citizens and our neighbors and our friends. Once again, I want to pray for all our Muslim faithfuls in Lagos State, that you will experience the fullness of the blessing of these holy months. Amen. Thank you very much for listening, and we'll have a couple of questions. I will try and also summarize what I've said in Yoruba, and I think one of my colleagues, I will also ask him to come and explain in Hausa, especially for our Muslim brothers who are of the northern ethnic group, so that we get this information right down to everybody. Thank you very much.
Good afternoon. I'm Mary Alale Yusuf from Channel Television. I want to ask, this lockdown, is it coming to an end? And if it does come to an end, have you done enough groundwork during the lockdown to tide you over in this fight, such that it doesn't get out of hand? Then, because of the many reports of COVID-19 patients who have found themselves in private hospitals, are you looking at allowing private hospitals, or should I say teaching private hospitals, how to have a high index of suspicion so that there will be less infection? Maybe like have a special consulting room for suspicious cases so that they don't infect other people. Then lastly, within the 2 weeks allotted for funerals, are people going to be allowed to travel from other states to attend, or will it just be reserved for people in Lagos? Thank you.
afternoon, sir. My name is Ajay Doja from TBC News. This might go to Prof directly, the Commissioner for Health. We heard that COVID-19 is more transmissible in cold weather. As the rainy season approaches, should we expect more transmission of COVID-19, and what should people do to protect themselves this time? Then to Mr. Governor, Alimosho is one of
densely populated area, I mean to say. Since the discovery of COVID-19 in the area, what are steps taken so far, aside from setting up the safe sampling centers in the area? What are the other things to stem down explosions from this area in Alimosho?
Good afternoon, Your Excellency. Yeah, my name is Kayode Ladengi from Silverbird Television. In clear terms, because typical of our people, we would like you to be more, to be clearer on the issue of wearing of nose masks. What exactly is the punitive measure? Is it going to be a community service? And what exactly will it attract if they do not comply? Thank you, sir.
Can you hear me? How about now? Better? Better. Okay. As close as I can. Okay. Mr. Governor, my name is Adefemi Akinsanya from Arise News. Governor, during this lockdown period, we've seen lots of citizens here in Lagos State take it upon themselves to try and feed as many people as possible. We've been speaking to them, we've been following them on their journeys, and they've the consensus that we've been hearing is that there's been some type of difficulty in terms of crowd management. Is Lagos State prepared to help these individuals, help these groups with police intervention, military, to help them manage crowds? And also to the Health Commissioner, Professor Abayomi, in the spirit of dispelling myths and confirming truth, we've been hearing lots of information on WhatsApp. We heard a voice note earlier today from somebody saying that they were an employee at the NCDC here in Lagos, and she said that recently there'd been a collection of samples for many people in the Sanwo-Olu area, and said that of those 40 samples that were taken, 25% tested positive. Can you confirm or deny those facts there? Thank you.
Good afternoon, Mr. Governor. My name is George Okujala for Leadership Newspaper. There is information out there, sir, that the surge in Lagos is caused by the use of fake test kits in Lagos. That is why the number in Lagos is increasing. So I wanted to clear this.
Okay. Thank you very much. So I'll start with Mary. The lockdown, is it coming to an end? And have we achieved what we should? So we gave regulations. It was the federal government, it was the president that gave the instruction on the total lockdown. And so we have 2 more days to go. So I would advise we just keep our gunpowder dry. Let's see what happens, on Monday as its further pronouncement. But we have our own list of regulations that will be peculiar to Lagos alone. On Monday that will be rolling out, either way, which will speak to some of the things that you're asking. So the other question is, are we teaching the private hospitals, So Hafama, we're currently also reviewing. So what we've done is there's a protocols that have been sent out. to private hospitals amongst themselves. I mean, it wasn't a public information, but they have it amongst themselves on the protocol list. If you want to become a COVID treating hospital, meaning if you want to take COVID patient into your facility and you want to treat them, there's a protocol that they've shared amongst them, and they are going through that protocol, which I imagine will be things around the personnel, the quality of the staff that you have, and what kind of training they will require. So once all of that is identified, I'm sure working with the Ministry of Health and NCDC, they will be able to wrap up, the training if they don't have in those facilities, and they will certainly need to have gone to inspect those facilities. As our farmer is the agency of government that is doing that, and I think they've actually they've given approval to 1 or 2 already, and I imagine that's how they've been working the protocol. But the commissioner is here, and I think he can also still speak, to that. But I know that they've sent them a list of protocols of the things they need to do, the things they need to have for them to be able to admit or treat a COVID patient. For funeral, will we be allowing people to travel out, and is it only for people? To be honest with you, it's only in Lagos. We will not be allowing people to travel out of Lagos. All our neighboring states, you're aware, they've also locked down. So what we're doing is we're doing everything internally. Is intrastate, is not interstate. We do not want any movement of people coming from other neighboring states into Lagos or vice versa. All of the movement around all of the external motor parks have been shut down. They're not meant to be doing any movement in and out. And so it will be burials inside Lagos. And you see, these are very difficult moments for all of us. That's why during my speech I did plead that there are families that they will have siblings or they will have relatives that are not even in the country, that they will have wanted, to wait 3 months, 4 months before something, but we don't have the luxury. We need to take a decision now, and it's now. And so that's what we're giving out. So they can't take them out. It has to be done here and just end it like that. Thank you. Adedoja, should we expect more? Okay, I think you asked something around Alimosho. What are we doing in Alimosho area to stern, because it's huge population. So in Alimosho, apart from designating it as one of the local government that have been collecting the tests, we have more people collecting tests there. We've also identified an isolation center in Alimosho. We've identified an isolation center in Alimosho, and we're just going through the protocols now to make the place active, such that we can also either quarantine people or isolate people in that area as well. It's the same with everywhere. Yes, it's a large population that we have there. We'll continue to plead that it's still the same social distancing. We will not treat them special from other local governments, but they even have more testing people there than other places, so that we can go into the community and bring out the cases. I think that was the first question you asked. I've forgotten. Should we expect more transmission or something? Should we be expecting more transmission?
During rainy season.
Oh, during rainy season. Okay. I think the commissioner will answer that. I think it was actually for the commissioner for health. Kayode, what's the punishment for if you don't wear the face mask? So what we want to do is, before we begin to talk on extensive punishment, we want to be able to see how we pass around the mask that we're producing to as many vulnerable people as possible. We're currently doing about 2-3 million. So how many people get to have one? And all of that will happen this week. And so I've also given a directive that private sector companies should, as a matter of priority, produce for their workers and be able to patronize local companies. The state government alone cannot, wrap up everything. If you are in a private organization and it's all locally made, and they can, so it's only how we watch the event in the next, with regulation. As much as possible, you want people to freely comply. you don't want a system where you're just waving, sanction for sanction state. Let people self-comply, and it will help all of us, because that way they get ownership of it and they can self-regulate themselves. But in the event that we do not see, then the sanctions will come, and they can rest assured that it will come. Crowd management for people supporting us, it's very important. I have actually commended a few of them, and I've actually spoken to one or two before now. What I would do is, at the risk of putting her on the line, there is a cabinet member who is actually in charge of volunteering all of this activity. Her name is Sholakwe Hammond, and her telephone number is 0706 215 7665. Sholakwe Hammond, 0706 215 7665. So they can call upon her. We can give you all of the support. If it is security, if it is neighborhood watch that we need to give, she can very well coordinate it, and wherever it's needed, she can make them available, because she's also the one coordinating our entire volunteer corps. So there's a news going on that the numbers are going up because they are fake test kits. No, there are no fake test kits. That's why, if you realize that we refuse to use all of those fast test kits, we never used it. We're doing what we call a molecular lab test for each and every of our cases, right? The numbers we knew, that's why I rolled out our strategy. It was a next level of strategy that we got into, which is, after doing contact tracing, the next level is to go into the communities. And so we also push the testing centers or the collection centers from 3, we've had over 20, 30 now. So once you go into the communities, you will certainly, we're doing door to door. We've done over 1 million households, right? So we're doing door to door to be able to get them out and be able to correctly, analyze. So the percentage will show. Once you are doing a lot more testing, from where we're doing testing of 50, 100, we're doing 500, 600 now, right? So it just stands to reason that the percentage will go up. It's just proportional. It will also go up, and that's the only way we can, see what the curve is doing and how do we quickly flatten the curve. So it's a strategy that we knew we were going to get into, and we're attacking this strategy head on. And thank you. Do you have a mic for the commission? I think there are 1 or 2 questions. Huh? Let him just answer the question.
I think the question around the effect of the rainy season. Well, normally we would. The effect of the rainy season, normally we will see, as the weather cools down, we normally see a higher transmission of viruses that cause upper respiratory tract infections. So it just makes the situation a little bit more complex. It doesn't mean that every upper respiratory tract infection is caused by COVID. Right now, we see about 20% of people with upper respiratory tract infections in the Lagos community is caused by COVID-19. So there are a variety of other pathogens that can cause the same symptoms. There was a question around the story emanating from Sanwo-Olu. Well, we don't know the identity of this person, and the person did not identify themselves. This is just information that is, in our opinion, irresponsible. We do know the percentage of our tests, and we published that before. For every 10 tests we do, we see between 2 and 3% positive. So we know our positivity, and we're not sending out panic information. That is our consistent positivity. It has been the same now for a few weeks, and that is what we're finding even with our increased active community search. So please try and ignore those kinds of information. They just cause panic, It's of no use to the community. Confine your information to information that's coming from legitimate sources, the Ministry of Health, the Lagos State Government, and NCDC. Thank you.
Well, thank you very much. I will just take a few moments to explain this address in Yoruba. Ekason o gbogbo ile ìta tí ń sọ ní èdè wa ní àsìkò Ramadan tá wà yìí ó jẹ́ àsìkò tó ṣe pàtàkì gan fún àwa ẹlẹ́sìn mùsùlùmí ó sì jẹ́ àsìkò tó jẹ́ pé lẹ́ẹ̀kan lọ́dún a máa ń fi gbogbo ọkàn àti gbogbo nǹkan tá ní la máa fi ń ṣe ṣùgbọ́n ó dá pé tọdún yìí ohun Ọlọ́run náà ni bó ti ṣe jíjẹ́ bó ṣe rí nítorí nígbà tá a máa bẹ̀rẹ̀ ọdún kò sẹ́ni tó lérò pé nígbà tá a máa bẹ̀rẹ̀ àwẹ̀ pé á jẹ́ nínú ká má jáde tá a wà nú ẹ̀ yìí ló máa ṣẹlẹ̀ ṣùgbọ́n bó ti jẹ́ kó ṣe rí yìí náà ó di dandan pé ká bẹ̀rẹ̀ sí fún gbogbo àwọn èèyàn wa ní ìlàkàyè tó máa fi jẹ́ pé ó lọ ní wọ́rọ́wọ́rọ́ kí ni nǹkan tá a dẹ̀ sọ ẹ̀ rí pé olórí gbogbogbò tí àwọn mùsùlùmí nílùú yìí náà ìyẹn tó jẹ́ Sultan Sokoto wọ́n ti sọ pé ní ọdún yìí o pé gbogbo ìrun tá a máa kí tá a bá pa fẹ́ túnu ni àbí tá a pa fẹ́ ṣínú láàárọ̀ ni tá a máa ń jẹ sàrè pé ká máa ṣe nínú ilé wa ni pé ká máa sọ pé dandan mọ́ṣáláṣí la gbọ́dọ̀ lọ ti lọ kírun tá a máa fi túnu tàbí pé mọ́ṣáláṣí la gbọ́dọ̀ lọ ti lọ kírun láàárọ̀ tá a bá ti jẹ sàrè tán wọ́n ní a lè ṣe nílé wa o pé èyí tá a yín sọ pé ká máa pọ̀ ká máa kóra pọ̀ púpọ̀ síbì kan àwọn òfin yẹn ó yìí múlẹ̀ ó yìí wà láàrin wa o pé nínú àwẹ̀ tá a wà yìí Ọlọ́run ó ní bó ṣe máa ń gbàdúrà á dẹ̀ gbàdúrà wa pé bó tiẹ̀ jẹ́ pé àwọn mọ́ṣáláṣí méjì tó tóbi jù lágbàáyé tó wà ní Saudi Arabia àwọn náà wọ́n jẹ́ kí àwọn èèyàn kan débẹ̀ ní wákàtí so gbogbo táwọn náà wá máa ṣe àníyàn yẹn àárín àwa àti Ọlọ́run ló wà sọ̀rọ̀ bá dẹ̀ ti ń gbà tá a ti ń ṣe nínú ilé wa tá a dẹ̀ ń túnu gbogbo báyìí máa ń tún dẹ́ẹ̀dẹ́ pa máa pèrò tó pọ̀ ẹ má jẹ́ ká ṣe bẹ́ẹ̀ tó bá yẹ pa àwa àtọmọ wa nìkan la máa ṣe èyí tó bá yẹ ká fáwọn èèyàn wọn ní láti jókòó pẹ̀lú ẹlẹ́fi ṣe kẹfì tọrọ fún wọn kẹfì ránṣẹ́ sí wọn àwọn náà jẹ́ nínú ilé wọn bó ṣe ní ká ṣe nìyẹn ìyẹn bá kan ẹlẹ́ẹ̀kejì ni pé tá a bá fẹ́ ṣe àlùwàlá ṣe pé tá a bá fẹ́ ṣe a máa ń kírun gan kakọ̀ máa sáré ṣe gbọ̀ṣọ̀gbọ̀ṣọ̀ ká kọ́kọ́ fọwọ́ wa pẹ̀lú ọṣẹ kó mọ́ tónítóní nítorí àlùwàlá tẹ́ fẹ́ ṣe yẹn ẹ máa fọwọ́ sójú ẹ máa fọwọ́ sẹ́nu ẹ máa fọwọ́ sétí ó dẹ̀ ti dandan kí ọwọ́ tẹ́ fẹ́ fi sí yẹn kó ti mọ́ kẹ́ kọ́kọ́ fọwọ́ yín pẹ̀lú ọṣẹ òun ṣe pẹ̀lú mi lásán kẹ́ fọ pẹ̀lú ọṣẹ kó mọ́ tọwọ́ yẹn bá ti wá mọ́ lẹ́lẹ̀ wá fi ṣe gbogbo àlùwàlá tá fẹ́ ṣe yẹn lè máa jẹ́ kí àlùwàlá yẹn kó jẹ́ kó di gbígbọ́ kó di gbígbà pàtẹ́ ń ṣe náà Ọlọ́run tá à ń ṣe fún àgbà fún wa àdẹ̀ jẹ́ pé ká ṣe tọdún náà à ṣe láṣẹ mọ́ àwa tá bẹ̀rẹ̀ eléyìí náà à ṣe tọdún tó bọ̀ láyọ̀ àti àlàáfíà tọmọtọmọ tẹbítẹbí taratara la máa fi ṣe o. ìkejì tí mo fẹ́ fi sọ fún wa ni pé láti bí oṣù méjì sígbà tá a wà yìí à ń rí i pé ilé ìsìnkú wa ibi tá à ń tọ́jú àwọn tó ṣaláìgbé tá à ń tọ́jú wọn sí ó ti ń fẹ́ máa kún ìdí rẹ̀ dẹ̀ ni pé àwọn èèyàn wa wọn ráyè jáde láti sìnkú fún àwọn olùfẹ́ wọn tí Ọlọ́run ti pè síbi ibùsùn rẹ̀ ẹ wá ṣe ní láàánú pé bó tiẹ̀ jẹ́ pé kò ń ṣe nǹkan tó dùn mọ́ wa nínú ṣùgbọ́n ní ìta bá ńlẹ̀ yìí a gbọ́dọ̀ wá ètò àti ọ̀nà tá a gbọ́dọ̀ wá ṣe àwọn ìsìnkú yẹn ní kíákíá ìjọba ti fi ààyè sílẹ̀ fún ọ̀sẹ̀ méjì pé ká wá kó àwọn àyànfẹ́ wa tọ́lọ́run ti pè sí ibùgbé tiẹ̀ pé ká wá bá ṣe máa wá ṣe ètò láti sìn wọ́n. Ẹ rántí pé àwọn kìrìsìtẹ́nì nígbà táwọn bẹ̀rẹ̀ lẹ́ǹtì wọn àwọn kì í sí bẹ́ẹ̀ sìnkú láàrin tó máa ń gbàwẹ̀ tó wá jẹ́ pé òkú yẹn ọ̀dà pọ́kọ̀ pọ̀ sí tọ́hún tí ráyè sí wọn ẹ má dúró pé ó dìgbà tí ọmọ olókùú bá dé láti London àti America ká tó sìnkú ẹ má dúró pé ó dìgbà tí ẹ̀gbọ́n tó wà ní Kaduna tó bá dé ká tó sìnkú ìjọba ti fààyè sílẹ̀ ń sìn pé kẹwàá mú òkú yín wọ́n àwọn gan understand pé mo ṣe ń pè ní àwọn understand kẹjẹ káwá sí bó ṣe yẹ kó rí because ní ìsìtàfẹ́ sìnkú yẹn a gbọ́dọ̀ ju 20 èèyàn lọ àti gbogbo àlùfáà ni o àfi gbogbo pásítọ̀ ni a gbọ́dọ̀ ju 20 èèyàn lọ a dẹ̀ gbọ́dọ̀ fi àyè sílẹ̀ nǹkan tá a máa ṣe ní pápápá ní kúṣínkúṣí ni kò dẹ̀ sí patí kankan Ọlọ́run á máa gbàdúrà wa tó bá pọ́ ọdún 2 mẹ́ta lẹ́fẹ́ yí òkú padà Ọlọ́run á fàyè ẹ̀ sílẹ̀ nígbà bá débẹ̀ à máa rí bọ̀ ní ìta fẹ́ ṣe yí o ọ̀sẹ̀ 2 péré ni káwá bá ṣe máa sin àwọn òkú wa ní kíákíá kó má sí wàhálà kankan nítorí tá a bá ti borí ọ̀sẹ̀ 2 mẹ́ta yìí tẹ́ ẹ̀ bá ṣe ìjọba àwọn náà ní ìtàwọn náà máa ṣe tẹ́ pé bóyá á di pé ní kíákíá ìjọba ló máa bọ̀ ìmọ̀ sùn àdẹ̀fẹ́ jẹ́ kí ìyẹn ṣẹlẹ̀ sí ara la fi ń sọ ilé fún wa pé kẹjọ nítorí Ọlọ́run gbogbo àwọn òkú tó wà ní mọ́tà tó wà lọ́sípítù wa ẹ jẹ́ ká wá bá ṣe máa gbé wọn tá máa lọ sí wọn Ọlọ́run náà á dẹ̀ fi oríjì òkú ẹ ṣé gan ni. Thank you very much. I just have one of my cabinet members to also speak in Hausa, especially for the Ramadan and for our Hausa community. Kabiru.
Assalamu alaikum jama'a.
Just speak up. Yeah.
Assalamu alaikum jama'a jihar Lagos. Kun ji bayanan da mai girma gwamnan jihar Lagos ya yi mana a wannan rana. Kuma bayanin nan shine na 12 tunda aka fara yaƙi da wannan cuta ta coronavirus mai rakami 19. Ya fara da yi mana taya mu murnar zuwan wannan babban bako namu azumin watan Ramadanin da ya ce mana Ramadan Karim. Ya kuma ƙara jawo hankalinmu a kan cewa abubuwan da za mu yi duka mu riƙa bin ƙa'idoji wurin al'amuranmu na ibada a cikin wannan watan azumi, kamar yadda shugaban addinin musulunci na ƙoli a ƙasar Najeriya Sultan na Sokoto Dr. Sa'ad ya yi bayani a kai, ya nuna mana da cewa dukkan ƙa'idojin da aka ce mu bi a kan kulawa da wannan yaduwar, kulawa da magance yaduwar wannan cuta ta coronavirus mu riƙa bi, kuma mu kula musamman ma gurin yin buɗe baki. Idan mun zo buɗe baki mu zauna mu yi shi a gida. Gurin yin sallar tarawi ita ma mu tsaya mu yi sallah a gida tare da iyalanmu. Kada mu zo mu taru mu cunkusa a wani guri yadda wannan cuta za ta ƙara yaduwa. Allah ya kiyaye mu, Allah ya kare mu. Haka ma wurin yin sahur shi ma mu kula, mu kare, mu bi ƙa'idoji domin magance yaduwar wannan cuta. Sannan na biyu kuma ya jawo hankalinmu cewa mu yan musulmi akan al'amarin wurin yin alwala. Idan muka zo yin alwala kada mu fara yin alwala tukuna, mu fara tsaftace hannuwanmu, mu samu sabulu mu wanke hannuwanmu, hannu ya fita kal. Domin me? Domin wurin yin alwala za mu sanya ruwa a baka, za mu sa a hanci, za mu taɓa idanuwanmu. Idan akwai wannan ciwo ko wani datti ba mu san abubuwan da muka taɓa ba a baya, idan muka ɗauki hannuwanmu muka sanya a baka da ido da hanci, kaga muna yaɗa wannan cuta kenan ta shige mu. Allah ya kiyaye mu, Allah ya kare mu. Wanke hannuwanmu da sabulu, sannan mu yi alwala daidai yadda ya kamata. Sannan kuma ya ƙara jan hankalinmu ga wurin yin jana'iza. Idan an je yin jana'iza kada a cunkusa a yi taro da yawa, kar ya wuce an ƙayyace iya mutane da je jana'iza a kan mutum 20. Wannan mutum 20 su je a yi jana'iza ba tare da an yi turere na da juna ba ko kuma an cinkushe wuri ba. Kuma mutanen da ke da gawawwaki a mortuary an nemi cewa su je su karba. Na hudu kuma ya ƙara jawo hankalinmu a kan sanya mask abin da wasu muke kira takunkumi. Duk wanda zai fita shiga cikin jama'a ko ya je wani guri inda yake wuri ne na jama'a inda ba cikin gidansa ba ne zai fita waje, ana bukatar ya samu wannan takunkumi ya sanya. Kuma ya kara mana da albishir din cewa gwamnatin jihar Lagos ta sanya a yi wannan mask din a miliyoyinsu. Nan kusa za mu karɓi kusan miliyan 3 kuma za a raba su ga jama'a domin tallafawa mutanen da ba su da shi. Amma mutanen da ke da kamfaninnika an nemi cewa su sanya su yi wa mutanen kamfaninnikansu domin su ba su sanya. Yana kuma taya mu murnar zuwa wannan watan na Ramadana. Allah ya sanya alkhairinsa a gare mu, Allah ya kare mu, Allah ya ba mu ladan wannan wata na Ramadana. Wassalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi ta'ala wa barakatuh.
Eshegonio, thank you very much. But just for emphasis, Katutu sọ fáwọn èèyàn wa o, òkú tá à ń lọ sin kò ń ṣòkú COVID-19 o, kò ń ṣòkú COVID-19 o, àwọn èèyàn tó ti kú níbi oṣù kan oṣù méjì sẹ́yìn là ń sọ̀rọ̀ nípa o. Gbogbo òkú tó ti kú lẹ́kọ̀ọ́ ní COVID-19 wọn jẹ́ tí pogún. So ẹ má jẹ́ kí nǹkan kan sọ nǹkan tí ò ṣẹlẹ̀ fún yín o. Àwọn èèyàn wa tó ti wà tọ́lọ́run ti pè síbi ìsún rẹ̀ là ń sọ pé ká dẹ̀ tètè ká ṣe. Thank you very much, gentlemen of the press. Thank you.
The live event is the Lagos State COVID-19 briefing there with the Lagos State Governor Babajide Sanwo-Olu, as well as the Commissioner for Health in the state, Professor Akin Abayomi. It's still Channels Television, and we will resume our normal programming. Please stay with us.